Well, day 15. Day 15 in the books. Um, see, today was bacon and eggs for breakfast. Imagine that. 1 pound, 3 eggs. And then lunch was a 16-ounce New York strip and some mozzarella cheese. And then dinner was probably about 12 ounces of New York strip. I was full, satisfied, didn't want to eat anymore. So, well, and part of it was I didn't want to eat any more of the meat. So I did have a little bit of cream cheese again. Again, I was going to cut that out completely, and my wife bought it, and she doesn't use cream cheese for anything else. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that for part of my meals. And then, of course, had my highlight drops all day today. So got into work this morning, put the drops in my water first thing, and started on that to avoid any kind of muscle cramps or anything like that. And I didn't have any cramps today, not like yesterday by any stretch of the imagination. Haven't been working out recently. Even at my size, I was still working out quite a bit, mostly in a HIIT gym that was boxing focused. It's called Rumble Boxing. So I was doing that for a little while with my wife, probably like 7 months. We were doing that, usually at least 3 days a week, 3 to 5 days a week. So little, like, my body's a little bit sore because I haven't been working out. Started doing all that work in the garage and everything. So had a little bit of back cramping, but just from working it when it hasn't been worked all that much lately. So it wasn't a Charlie horse type of situation like it was yesterday. So, but overall it was a good day. And again, when I ate my lunch, I wasn't overly hungry or anything. I knew I had a lot of stuff to do in the afternoon, so I went ahead and ate lunch. And I mean, I ate breakfast at 8 o'clock, and I ate my lunch at like 2 o'clock. Yeah, I think I finished my meeting at 2. A meeting finished at 2, and then I went and heated up my steak and ate that. So, and then at dinner time, it was more about not wanting to get hungry before I went to bed, and also not wanting to eat too late. So I ended up getting home, picked up my son from school, and then we went shopping for him. So I didn't get home until about 7:45. So I was probably eating by 8 o'clock, which is pretty late for me. I don't usually like to eat that late. I think maybe if I really paid attention to the time in the moment, I might not have done it at all. But I'm getting closer and closer to the point where the whole intermittent fasting thing wasn't something I was planning on doing necessarily, but it seems more and more like maybe I can. So I don't know, typically I know that it's usually people wait until the afternoon to eat, or maybe even wait till dinner to eat. Excuse me, another tired day. But I think I may be a breakfast lunch guy, and then just not eat dinner, which probably makes it a little bit easier around my family because we're not trying to make 2 different meals in the kitchen at the same time. So maybe that's what I need to do. We will see. But yeah, good day. Sugar wasn't too terrible. Find my number here. So my number this morning was high. It wasn't an ideal fasting blood glucose, but it was at 135. So considering where I've been, not eating banana or not eating anything, and then eating the banana, I'm not totally unhappy with that. Still need to keep working and get my sugar down, but it is where it is right now. The other thing I kind of was doing some research on, even last night after the video and going to bed, and that was the causes of the muscle cramps. and which specific electrolytes in that I might be low on. And the more I started looking around and reading and watching and everything, it may not just be potassium, it may be my magnesium as well. Because of the timing of the cramps that I get, and the types of cramps that I get, I'm almost leaning towards magnesium as the thing I'm lacking or deficient in. So I'm really trying to figure that out, using the highlight drops, and then I may start doing some additional potassium and or magnesium. And I guess magnesium is much harder to absorb for the body, so you got to use good quality and specifically targeted stuff. So need to work on all that, but definitely going to try and get more potassium or magnesium. And got my Redmond salt. So I got the Redmond salt like I see so many people using. So using that now on everything that I'm cooking. And yeah, I think it's been a pretty good day. Like I said, I'm tired every night. And as soon as I turn this camera on, I start yawning. So it's not that I'm tired all day, every day. So pretty good. And then something else that I've noticed, and I don't know if anybody else has had an experience like this, but my vision isn't better, but everything's a little clearer. If that makes any sense. Like I still need these are bifocals, right? I still can't read, can read. And then, distance wise, it's barely a prescription at all, but it's mostly for up close. So, but when I'm like driving and things like that, like everything just, even in the peripheral, that just seems clearer. So it's kind of interesting. I hadn't noticed anything about vision necessarily. But again, it's not something I've been looking for. I didn't come into this with any kind of symptoms like I need to get rid of this and this and this. It was just weight. That was my issue. That was my target, was to lose weight. So, seeing where my sugar was on day one, where it is now, excuse me, that's a symptom that's being resolved that I didn't know I had. The blood pressure is new. Potassium, magnesium may be contributing to that too. But now this vision thing, my diverticulitis, if that doesn't come back, then I'll be happy. Yeah, so it's really interesting. And I even talked to, not my friend directly, but my friend's wife yesterday who was in town, and he's type 2. And I gave her one of Dr. Ken Berry's videos regarding type 2. And so passing that along to him, he's struggling with it, and he's really unhappy with everything he's got to do. So this might be something for him to try. So if I can get somebody to try it based on my experiences in that, and it helps them, that's going to be great. I do enjoy helping people and enjoy the help that I'm getting from everybody else. So maybe that'll work. But yeah, day 15 down, and we will talk to you tomorrow.